What's up, YouTube? It's Kaon, aka Kaon Puts You On, and today we got an exciting video, okay? Let's just get into it. Alright, so we are ranking. Damn, you can't... Where's the best place to have my camera? Like here? Alright, I'm in the middle now. Okay. So we are ranking kind of our best top picks for the SoundCloud era of rap, okay? And if you know me, you already know how this is going to end. It's not really a question, but I think the in-between will be interesting, okay? So first, we have XXXTentacion versus Trippie Redd, gang. Now, this may be hard for some of y'all, but for me, it's not. We choose X. I think we choose X for sure. Tap to select. Here we go. XXX versus Trippie Redd. Now, Trippie Redd have bangers, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Trippie Redd had, like, upbeat, kind of like you be in your feelings, but you're getting through it. X would plummet you further into your feelings and make you understand why you're there and how to get out. So I think we're choosing X just off of that, bro. Next, we have Lil Uzi Vert versus Lil Yachty, okay? Now, I think if we're talking about, like, how I feel about them currently, I think I would choose Lil Yachty just because I think Lil Yachty has, like, progressed to me a lot more. Like, Let's Start Here is such a great album, and even, like, his newer stuff with Southside and tracks with Concrete Boys. Like, I think we have seen him progress so much more that also, why is this versus off-centered? Why is this off-centered, gang? Like, why is Lil Uzi Vert all the way over here, Lil Yachty so close? I don't like that. But anyway, but if we're going off of 2016 actual SoundCloud era, it's Lil Uzi Vert all the way. I think Lil Uzi Vert was killing the game. Like, he just had so many good albums. What albums did he have? Love Is Rage. We had Lil Uzi Vert versus The World, which is actually just a perfect album. We had The Perfect Love Tape. Like, Lil Uzi Vert was dropping bangers. So if we're going off of that metric, like 2016, I think we go Lil Uzi. But I think if we're going best rapper now or best artist, I think we go Lil Yachty now. I love Lil Uzi to this day, though. That's very close. Xavier Wolf or Wi-Fi's Funeral. I'm not like a huge Xavier Wolf fan, but I was a pretty solid Wi-Fi's Funeral fan. So I think here we go Wi-Fi's Funeral, but to me, like, I'm just not super into Xavier Wolf, so I'm sure if I was, this would be harder, and I'm sure it's very close for a lot of you guys, but Wi-Fi's Funeral to me just had it, bro. Just had it. Lil Peep versus Lil Skies. Now, what Lil Skies did for the suburban community in 2016 can never be replicated ever again. Y'all were snorting Lil Skies every single day, but me, I was bumping Lil Peep because I was depressed. I'm not gonna lie, okay? We were going through it, okay, with Lil Peep. You feel me? So, and I didn't really get on Lil Peep's wave until a little bit after he died. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was starting to bump him before he died, but it was right before he died. Like, so I was a little late. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I was the first one on Lil Peep. I wasn't. But Lil Skies, I was pretty early to. I think Lyrical Lemonade did like a video with him, and then I was like I was bumming Lil Skies pretty consistently. But Lil Peep overall for me, I think was just better in my opinion. Like, in terms of like the emotion that he had in his music and his versatility was really high. But Lil Skies was super solid. Next, we got Juice WRLD versus Smoke Perp. Now, I'm not going to lie. Smoke Perp in his prime had me, bro. Had me in a chokehold. But Juice WRLD overall, I think, is just a better artist objectively. I love Smoke Perp, though. I wish Smoke Perp the best. But I think Juice WRLD had him beat. In terms of versatility, rapping ability, freestyling ability was huge. Just overall having a great sound. So I think we go Juice WRLD there. For sure. We're going Juice WRLD. Lil Pump versus 6ix9ine, both some very mid rappers. Lil Pump to me probably had more catchier tracks. 6ix9ine had more of a sound that I liked though, but they both hoes, so we'll go Lil Pump. But just know they're not making another round. They're not making it. Denzel Curry versus Playboi Carti. Now, this one's actually hard. This one genuinely is extremely hard, bro. Like, too hard. Shoot. Denzel Curry, though. Like, a better rapper to me overall, has great bars. I like his references a lot more than I like Playboi Carti's references. But Playboi Carti just has such a unique sound. He's such a good artist and visionary. But I'm gonna have to give it to Denzel, bro. I'm giving it to Denzel Curry. Y'all gonna hate me. Hate me. Hate on me, okay? I gotta do what I gotta do. Suicide Boys or Snot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a giant fan of either or. But Suicide Boys, I probably have a lot more Suicide Boys on my playlist. Overall, it's not that much of a reach to say Snot's better than Suicide Boys or Suicide Boys is better than Snot. I honestly am between on both, but I like Suicide Boys more at a personal preference. So we'll go Suicide Boys. All right, maybe a hot take. All right, XXX versus Lil Yachty. Now, y'all are gonna be like, yo, X didn't have as long as a career as Lil Yachty. I think that's very true. But I think the impact that X had on me was just so great, bro. Like, it was just so great. It genuinely made me want to start music. Like, he made me inspired. Lil Yachty makes me inspired now, though. Like, I bump Lil Yachty for sure. It's not an easy decision for me, but it's X all the way. I just love X. I ride or die for X, for real. Even when he was alive, I was ride or dying, for real. Wi-Fi's Funeral versus Lil Peep. I think it's a Lil Peep for me, just because like his songs and versatility, like I said before, are just so good, bro. Like who am I to not give it to Lil Peep? Okay, I love Wi-Fi's Funeral though. He had a unique voice and unique rapping ability, but I'm gonna have to go Lil Peep here. I'm gonna have to go Lil Peep. Now Juice WRLD versus Lil Pump. What I say, he's not making it. He's not making it. Like he's not beating out anybody on this list. For me, Denzel Curry versus Suicide Boys. Honestly, a great matchup. I think a super good matchup, bro. Super good. I sound like Stephen A. Smith, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like I'm talking about LeBron versus Kobe or something. But that's really how it is. Like, it is really how this is. I love Suicide Boys. They have such a unique sound, such a like southern sound. But so does Denzel Curry. I'm gonna have to go with Denzel Curry though. I think just overall rapping ability and his references and beat choice, I just like so much. But Suicide Boys is like got me through some things. You know, they be one night's kissing, I'll be gone. Like that song, bro, will stay inside my brain forever, bro. Like it's locked in there. But Denzel Curry, like his album's just Imperial. Like that album alone is one of my favorites. So now this honestly is a crazy matchup, bro. Honestly, a crazy matchup. I think both of them have done like so much for me in terms of like what their music has impacted me, like how much it's impacted me. But bro, like I don't even know. Like Lil Peep is so good, but I love X so much, bro. Like y'all don't understand. Like I'm an X glazer. There's not a lot of rappers that I'll just straight admit that I glaze. But X is one of those for sure. Like X, I'll glaze any day of the week. Pause. Rest in peace, his soul, bro. X's Question Mark album 17, his SoundCloud era rapping, like there's just so much to choose from. Lil Peep is the same way though, to be honest. Like all of his SoundCloud era music is really good. And his albums are just very solid. Lil Jeep, one of my favorite songs. To this day, I'll still bump it to this day. But I think we give it to X. Is that a hot take? Maybe. Maybe it's a hot take, but I stand by that take. So now we have Juice WRLD versus Denzel Curry. Now, if we're going off of straight popularity and kind of versatility, I think we go Juice WRLD. But off my personal taste, I'm more of a Denzel Curry fan. But I love Juice WRLD. Like, I think he had great albums. He had great artistry. Again, bro, his freestyling was just unmatched, unparalleled. But Denzel Curry, gang, like, ooh, Denzel Curry just goes crazy. Denzel Curry goes crazy. Like, there's not a lot of people beating Denzel Curry for me, just in terms of like how good he is. But both of this is a hard choice. I'm not gonna lie. Like Juice WRLD is so good, Denzel Curry is so good, but I love Denzel Curry, bro. Like we go Denzel Curry. Now we got the matchup of the century, bro. So we have XXX versus Denzel Curry. Honestly, like I think the Lil Peep matchup was harder for me, just because like I think those are one of the only two rappers that really impact me that deeply. There's a few others, but like it's rare. Like it's rare. Denzel Curry definitely got me through some things. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like my identity, like growing up and like being from an area, but kind of feeling like outcasted, for liking certain things. And he just kind of made it cool to just kind of talk about whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of rappers have done that for me. So Denzel Curry has definitely impacted my life a lot, in terms of his music and like the message that he puts out. But X is just like, he changed my perspective on a lot of different things, like in terms of music, in terms of like kind of like living my life, spirituality, being confident in myself. Like X really did that. And that's why I'm an X Glazer, to be honest. Like that's why I'm an X Glazer. And I maybe it was just because I was like very impressionable at that time. Like I was like 16, 15, listening to X, and I think I was just really impressionable. But I was also listening to Denzel Curry at the same time, so it's really hard to say. But I think I just resonated more with X's music. So I think we give it to X. We give it to X. So that is who I'm choosing as the best rapper from the SoundCloud era. Do y'all think I tweaked? Is there somebody I think you all think I should have chose over somebody else? Let me know down in the comments below. Obviously, this is very like subjective. Like I think a lot of different choices here would have worked. I think saying Juice WRLD was the better artist, or like a lot of y'all might say Lil Yachty now or Lil Peep. So I'm not going to sit here and say like this is the most objective bracket of all time. Like it really depends on what kind of categories we're talking about. But in terms of like impact and like rappers I go back and listen to, it's got to be X, bro. I could probably recite the words to 95% of his songs, bro. Like it's different. It's different on the side. But I think there's a lot of choices here that could have went either way for me. I definitely think the Denzel Curry Playboy Cardi matchup could have done it. I think the X and Lil Peep could have done it. Like I love both those artists, bro. Like I wouldn't. That one was hard for real. That one was hard. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, I'm Kan, aka Kan Puts You On, and I just talk about music related topics. So if you like doing that, just hit me with a like and subscribe. But I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in. Peace out. Be smooth.